And we're going to start this call off by featuring this chick that I've been working with now for like 4 years, 3 years or 4 years. She actually got started with us in the pandemic. And, you know, if you were around during the pandemic, you know how crazy Modere was during the pandemic. And during the pandemic, we had no 5-day drop. We only had the spoon. But she was there for the massive duplication with the spoon posts and with referral posts. So she experienced that. She's a very, very busy mother. I'm going to let her tell her story, but when I first met her, she was one of the most busiest people, and she still is one of the most busiest people. Just 3 beautiful, beautiful children. She's married to her best friend, and she manages their business. They actually own a business. They own and run an electrical business and a solar business here in Hawaii. Just amazing. She's a really awesome person. This chick is awesome. In the color code, she is a red, and yeah, I love her to death. And she's a fitness freak. She has an amazing body. She's like the healthy one of her friends and her family, and we just love having her here with us in Modere. And she has also relaunched her business with the 5-day drop. I want to bring to the line Derrilyn Nakama. She's a Director 3, Platinum 3. How you doing, sis? Good morning.
Wow, what an introduction. What's up?
Oh, okay, I'm going to hand it over to you, sis, okay?
Okay. Hey, guys, so it's Derrilyn here. I am coming in from the Big Island of Hawaii, and I have 3 kids. So like Brandy said, my husband has his own electrical business, and I help him run that, plus a super crazy busy household. My kids are in all of the things, and we live a very busy life here with my family and our extended family. So when I first got introduced to Modere, it was during COVID, and it was my first introduction ever to any type of social selling, direct sales. You know, I knew nothing of it. But I am the type of person that loves to help people. And like Brandy said, I'm like the healthy person in my family, so I like to encourage myself to eat better, and I'm very passionate about fitness. So when I got on the products, I realized the opportunity to help the people in my family with their health. And, you know, the truth is, when I first got started, I was not intending to do the business at all. I was not even on social media actively posting. I just wanted to try the products. I didn't think that I was going to be posting because I'm a very private person, or I should say I was a very private person. So I never used to post about myself or do these posts where I show myself and talk about myself or do the whole selfie thing. So, but I did start to learn how this business works, and especially how to reach people through social media. I realized that I have to be willing to share my story if I wanted to be able to actually inspire people to take the leap and make a decision to get started for themselves. And, you know, through Modere, it really did give me that courage to start sharing what was on my heart, and it gave me that push to show up as my best self. And at first, I started by following the cut and paste posts, you know, that I got through my team, and then eventually the ones that we get through Shout, and that made it pretty simple for me to show up. I got comfortable with taking pictures of myself, which I mentioned I was not comfortable with before. I learned the ATM system and how to use Facebook groups to introduce the product, and before I knew it, I had many people on the product. My friends and family were taking it, and I really loved it because it was a bridge that helped me get my family to start being more conscious of their health, and that is the most important thing to me. So after really growing my belief in the products and sharing it with friends and family, I started to treat this more like a business, especially when I actually was able to leave my corporate job that I was with for 5 years at the start of my Modere business. So I mentioned that Modere came to me during COVID. And with my kids being at home, I had to change my schedule with my corporate job, which was difficult for both me and my kids. So, like, imagine being with a teacher who wasn't getting enough sleep and still had to get up and do all the things around the house and teach. Not fun. So when I was able to generate an income with Modere that was more than I was getting from my corporate job, it was a no-brainer for me to leave what was no longer working and to really drive this new vehicle. So I became laser focused with hitting ranks in my pod because I understood that that was a marker that I could use to see my progression in the business. If I wanted to treat this business like a real business, I had to make sure I was hitting goals, and not just once, but every single month. And having and maintaining my customer pod also reminded me that I was changing people's lives because these are people who are taking my products. They're getting healthy because of the collagen, they're on trim, and they're doing 5-day drops every month. And, you know, I love my customers. They see me posting my stories, and that really motivates them as well. So posting in my stories has been a really great way for them to be reminded to take their products. And when I post in my stories every day, it's so simple because all I got to do is turn on my camera and take my product. So it's not like I have to do anything special. So if you're here right now, you're obviously wanting to learn how to build your business. So I would encourage you to take your business seriously and really make a decision to make it work and have it grow. So first off, have a list where you have all the names of your customers in a book that you can look at, because if you don't know who your customers are, you won't be able to support them. Something I really express to my customers is how important it is for them to be on subscription when they order products so they can get the cash rewards, because of course, right, we want to get our customers the best deal. And when we do this for our customers, they're grateful. You know, they save money, and the best part is that they keep ordering. So also you always want to check in with them to make sure that they're actually taking their products, because, you know, life happens and they stop taking it. And you don't want them to do that. So a huge tip is make sure you're checking in on them. And then oftentimes I'll run giveaways and give gifts to my customers who have been ordering. So you can also check in your back office to see when a customer receives our $25 free anniversary credit. And this is like a great way to actually reach out to someone who maybe hasn't been ordering, or like a promo is coming up. That's a tool that I like to use to go in my back office and to see who has credit and reach out to them and let them know that, hey, you have these credits and you have this promo coming up. So just, I think that's a great tool that we can use. But of course, you always want to have a goal for your pod. So with that being said, I want to challenge you and put it out there that you set a goal for yourself, that your pod is at a minimum gold every month. And if you can get to platinum or even platinum 1, that would be amazing. There will be certain months when we have promos that will make it easier for you to hit bigger. But if you can hold between gold and platinum as your normal rank, that's amazing. If you can hold platinum 1, platinum 2, that makes you a rock star. Platinum 3s, you're making thousands just from your pod. So now that you have a goal for yourself of what you want your pod to be, gold, platinum, and above, now the question is, how are you going to do it? Right now, the 5-day drop system is the hottest thing. You should be running with a 5-day drop duplication system. You know, we've seen something like this with the spoon. Like, don't get me wrong, that Belly Blaster still has its own swag, but this is different. We get to invite others into a community where we support the heck out of each other. And it's all done with just a short amount of time, right? 5 days. Anyone can do 5 days. And we get the results in those 5 days. Not only in shedding some weight, but in the way that they feel. Giving them that total reset of the gut that enables them to get better sleep, more energy, and best of all, their best self. It's one of the biggest reasons I believe and promote this program, and the best part is when we feel our best, we want to share with those around us. And having that community chat that we create, each drop, it already gives the person the vibe of us and our team. And when they feel that vibe, they want it because it's elevating, it's uplifting. And whenever any human being has a taste of that, we want more of it. Shoot, we want to share it with our mom, our sister, our cousin, our besties, and we want them to experience it as well. And as a marketer, paying attention to those customers who is doing all of these things, we get to recognize new social marketers and give them the opportunity to be a part of the team. It's why the duplication has become that much easier to build on both sides of the comp plan. This program has been phenomenal. I encourage you as a marketer to run with this and any customer to join. So a few tips I just want to leave everyone with before I hele into my weekend with my daughter is number one, trust your team. Trust the system that you have and go with it. Number two, be yourself and you'll find your tribe. And if something is scary, do it scared. Shoot, I don't know how many things that I've done scared, but you'll surprise yourself each time that you do. Last tip, but in my opinion, best tip, be consistent. Just because it doesn't seem like it's working now doesn't mean that it'll always be that way. Remember, even a no now can be a yes later. It just means not right now. Timing is everything, and it will happen when the time is right. So keep pushing.
Phew. Awesome, Derrilyn. Thank you so much for joining us. So many drops of wisdom. Thank you so much. The chats are blowing up. Everyone's shouting you out. Oh, we're getting some fireballs in our chats. Thanks so much, sis. That was an amazing share, and we feel so stoked to have had you today. Thank you so much for arranging your schedule.